challenge. We've already seen how he can raise his game in this kind of a situation. I know he's more than fired up for this contest.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Then it's Conley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Garza in at the center. And now let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP before the game, and he said there was a lot of confidence in the locker room. He said, we know this is a tough matchup for us, but we've got a strong game plan. We're all on the same page, and we're ready to execute. This will be a good measuring stick for them, guys.
I would say, David, the perfect measuring stick. For Washington, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Kuzma with a screen on McDaniel. They get a hand on it. Shot clock at 5. Kuzma outside. Drills it from outside.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Outside Conley. Pass to Garza. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
To the paint. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Edwards. Oh, jams it right over Valanciunas. Wow.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. MP against McDaniel. MP, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Inside. The kick out to Towns. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Kuzma's got 6.
That is a great possession. Get Kuzma the ball, and Kyle will drill those catch-and-shoot chances.
Pass to Edwards. Valanciunas grabs the board. And so, MP will bring it up for Washington. Stan in a league of stretch bigs. Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin, and look, he'll occasionally take a 3, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore. Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Towns down low, guarded by Kuzma. And that one's good, Towns.
Yeah, Towns able to work through the contact down low. He's gotten better at that over the years.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
And here's MP for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 12.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Edwards looking it over. Missed inside. And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll... And come in for Washington. Valanciunas, he's checked in for
Got this,
Bagley. MP comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kispert's checked in for Koulibaly. And Poole subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Garza's checked in. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Joe Ingles. Daniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Conley in for Dillingham. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, on-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Garza in at the 5. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, MP in the last time out against Oklahoma City was all business. Came away with 41 points, and per usual, he was a monster on the glass, picking up pretty much every board that came his way. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
That one good for 2. MP's got the lead up to 10 now for the Wizards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Poole against Conley. Towns sets the pick for Conley. No good on the triple. Washington leading now by 10. Poole on the wing. Still scoreless. MP kicks to Kispert. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's MP making things happen for Washington. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey folks, we'll get things going here.
Obviously a big hole to fill in the middle with Rudy Gobert out, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
I mean, the guy's a game changer with his shot blocking. Tough to replace that kind of presence inside. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Washington Wizards. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Poole and Kispert are the guard set. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's MP in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charani. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means, honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Over in the corner, Edwards. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at Kuzma, he's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Pass to McDaniels. He can't get that one to fall. The steam from Valanciunas. Washington leading now by 12. Here's MP, and they double up MP. Poole the pass to MP. MP rattling the rim.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said,
just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. On-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. And it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the paint. MP finds Kuzma. Here's MP. And another miss by Washington.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
There's the pass to Edwards. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now.
On the court.
He's making a switch here. MV's checked in. Here's MP. Fires from way outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Conley with it. Picked up by Bagley. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And so he makes both from the line. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players. and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 analysts that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Edwards drives in. Towns wide open. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Washington has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Washington.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
To the middle, here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
And that one's good. MP.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Conley kicks to Towns. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Great win tonight, MP.
talk if it ain't about the money. My boys when they jump like a bunny. Go. It ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep. When I slide in that coupe, boy, I keep that time. We done went right this all the way to the sun. Get in the pocket like a. Why would I keep her? I never went under. I just went and gave to my brother. For dinner, oh, for supper. Why would you keep a little piece of it? Why would you keep a little? Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walk in, she gon' make it. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho, bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing, get this right. Pull the out the pantry. They fly, looking dummy. I probably. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys when they jump like a bunny. Go. It ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep it. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep it. But I ain't got a TV.